I learned everything by experience, and I see what works. That's how I know. I can't tell you why those roots are red. I could just tell you that if you root your plants out of the soil, you're going to get red roots. They don't necessarily have to be in soil to have roots. I sliced this plant. Can you see in there? Okay, I sliced that. Because I grow things and I sell them, I look to make more plants out of one plant.
So would you describe your criteria for what you just did? Where you selected the spot?
I'm looking for a place where there's not a lot of leaves and there's enough stem where I can look down and say, okay, there's 2 rows of leaves down there and there's enough room for me to make the cut. Yeah, I want it to be clean.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's clean.
So that gives you the original rooted plant, which will produce offsets where those...
Should produce offsets. This is one that I cut off. That came off there. And this came off there. So before it looked like a really pretty plant.
You set it on the empty pot, and in a couple of months, this is what you get. It's just feathered with those bright pink roots, and it's ready to be planted.
I let it root out of the soil. But now once the roots are like this, I will plant it into soil with some fertilizer.
So you're removing the lowest leaves.
If these leaves were not coming off easily, I would not be pulling them off.
Okay.
I would let them stay. So that's about 2 teaspoons of fertilizer.
And what is your fertilizer?
This is Osmocote Triple 14 Slow Release.
Okay.
I don't want to put it in very deep, but I want to put it in deep enough so that it'll sit.
Are you going to take that flower off?
Yes. I left it for everybody to see today. I know most people like flowers. I mean, I love flowers, but I just don't like them on my plants. Because I like to think that they have all the energy that they need, that it's not going somewhere else. That I should have done before. That's the cells breaking down because it didn't have the water while it was rooting. And that they may or may not build up again once I water the plant.
Okay, Tina says that this is going to not sit out in full sun,
That's it.
but will go in the greenhouse. But it is already rooted, so you can water it.
Absolutely. It will be happy to receive water. Conversely, sometimes you want to let the plant sit for a few days so that the roots reach down for the water. In my nursery, the plastic is probably about a 30% shade, and so they're in part shade. So I would probably put it on the shadier side of the greenhouse than I would on the sunnier side, because you want to let it acclimate. And sometimes I notice that they're not rooting, and then I will put them in soil before that.